Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Chotain, and today I'm filming live from Westfield State University. Today's guest is Professor Jason Schwartz of the music department here at Westfield State. He is also very active in the jazz community in and around New England and specializes in playing the upright bass. How are you doing, Jason?
Good, thanks.
So can you tell us about what made you decide to be a musician?
In fourth grade, when they kind of gave us the option of picking up an instrument, everyone was choosing saxophone and drums, and I chose clarinet. Actually, it was my first.
I played clarinet as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice. Then my affinity for lower registers developed. I switched to bass clarinet and then switched to electric bass, and then the high school I went to had an old upright that I started playing. So that's kind of the direction that took.
And what made you want to teach classes at the college level?
I fell into that a little at just trying to figure out how to survive being a musician, and teaching is definitely one of those things to supplement performing. But I know I didn't want to teach high school, and I didn't, not that I didn't want to, just wasn't, so, and I just remember, being in college and how my college professors and being in college was a really important time for me to growing as a musician. So I thought that would be great if I could do that,
That's pretty cool. And I know you teach history of jazz, but what other classes do you teach at Westfield State?
I've taught, I'm also teaching world music this semester. I've taught music appreciation. I've taught basic theory 1 and 2, and composition lessons. And actually my master's is in composition, not upright bass. But so I kind of am a little bit in the classical side of things, also jazz, but jazz has been kind of my love for a while and what I perform mostly. But
Now, do you also give private lessons, or is it just stuff here at?
I've just started giving private lessons again. I have before, but I don't as much anymore. Just not for any specific reason, but.
And how does the curriculum here at Westfield State help the students achieve their goals as a musician?
Well, I went here. I was an undergrad here, so it's just great to be back. And I think Westfield State is competitive to holds its own against UMass and any other university in the area, and you get personal treatment here that you wouldn't get in a bigger school, which is a really big deal, just to be able to contact your professors and have them write back, or you can. It really is important. I think that a lot of places miss the mark. So there's that, but of course all the great ensembles here, chorus and all the instrumental ensembles and wind symphony and jazz small groups and jazz big band, piano classes, all the typical things you have to kind of develop as a musician are offered here. Composition and theory, if I didn't say that, yeah.
Now, I know there's also concerts that are put on by students here as well. Like, when are those usually put on?
The music department has a great website, and the calendar is there, but they're happening all throughout the semester. The concert season typically is end of November, early December. That's a really busy time, but there are concerts throughout the semester. I think some of the jazz musicians, students play downstairs here every Monday, and Loman Living Room, there's performances, also Dever. So
And how about your concerts, though, that aren't even on campus?
Performing, I try to play as much as I possibly can. Even during the semester, I try to just take whatever opportunity arises. And so I play almost every Sunday night in Amherst at a place called Chez Albert at 8 p.m. And great drummer John Fisher hosts that every Sunday, and we get a guest artist every week. So this Sunday is Moreau Sprague, and then I know Freddie Bryant is performing with us this month. He's a pretty world famous guitar player, and so that's every Sunday. Even if I'm not playing, you should support the local jazz. And yeah, there's still some places that still have live music. I talk a lot about that in class, about supporting business establishments that are really trying to do it right and not just as background wallpaper music, you know.
Yeah.
There's one place I used to play at that the manager actually had a decibel reader, and they told both managers told the drummer to not play on the cymbals, you know.
Really?
So it's
As a drummer, it's kind of hard not to do.
yeah, the bartender he had a lot of input on and I understand if you're going to be a business owner, but the audience was applauding after every tune, which was nice. But so it's I know it's a difficult thing, but it's nice to support the places that really allow the musicians to play, you know.
Yeah. And did you play the festival in Northampton?
I played the day before. I think they had a jazz crawl. I played in East Hampton, and then Friday in Northampton to promote the festival, but I didn't actually play the festival this year.
Right.
But it was a great festival. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was playing there this past?
This year, not Esperanza. Gretchen Parlato was one of the big names that they got to perform. But there was a lot of great. That's the one that I'm remembering right now. But the big name anyway.
And so, what other advice would you give to students pursuing a music degree here, just in general?
In general, I think musicians. It's almost like being a chef or something. You can kind of once you learn how to do it, you can go anywhere. And if you lose your job, it's not. I mean, of course, it's a big deal, but there's always ways to get private students to get work.
Yeah,
And
true.
so it's not a terrible way to go. So I'm a big promoter of being a musician, obviously, but being a student here at any university, just there's a lot to get distracted by. It could be competitive. It can be difficult at times to balance everything, especially when you have to take a lot of core classes, but also focus on your music. But it's all about just prioritizing and practicing and performing. That's the biggest thing. Is don't turn down opportunities. If somebody calls you to play a gig, you should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you for joining me.
Thanks
by
for
the
having
way.
me, Justin.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. And for everyone tuning in, Westfield State has a lot to offer when it comes to the music department. So, I'm your host, Justin Shotain. Have a nice day.